Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Marisa Glam, and in today's video guys, we are going to be talking about my top 5 favorite foundations. Now I get asked all the time from different girls, Instagram and Snapchat, what is your favorite drugstore foundation? And it was really hard for me to nail this down, but I think I got to at least 5, I want to say, foundations. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to explain to you every single thing that I love about each foundation. So if you guys are interested in these type of videos, then please continue watching. So I am not going to go by like my top favorite to like my least favorite, but I'm going to start with whatever foundation I choose because I love them all equally and I do use them. So the first foundation that I am going to talk about is my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. Now, you guys, obviously this one's like really beat up right now because I carry this with me in my makeup bag, but this is what it looks like right now. I do have another one for backup because I love this one so much, but this one has to be one of my favorite drugstore foundations just because I like that it's very matte. Now where I live, I'm in Arizona, so it's very hot here and we can experience like our makeup can drop down so fast with just walking outside the door. So I love this foundation because of the coverage, because of how long it lasts and how matte it is. And I love the color. I'm in shade 108 Caramel Beige. And I feel like it's just very close to like my shade. It's always been like my ride or die. Like I think I've had this for now like years, and I always seem to pick one up when I'm running out because that's how much I have to just have this near me. That is one of my top favorite foundations from the drugstore. Another foundation that I use a lot, and I use this one almost on every, I'm using it right now actually. I am using this foundation right now. So the one that I am loving right now is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I have the shade, what shade is this one in? So the number is off on this one. I believe this one is like in a very beige color. I do mix it with 500. I have both of these because this one I feel like I use more towards like the summer when I get a little bit darker, and this one more like in the winter time when I'm not so much darker. Honestly, if you mix them together, they are amazing. I want to say this one is 300 if I'm not correct, but I'm gonna look it up and I'll put it in the description box below for you guys. I mixed these ones, and let me tell you guys, like the coverage with these two foundations, bomb. Like I am obsessed. I love how much coverage it gives me. A lot of coverage. It's not something that feels like I have makeup on. It's not cakey, it's not heavy, it's just really breathable and I love it. I feel like it's buildable as well. Like if I want to build it up and get a really full coverage, if I'm having like a lot of breakouts or whatever, I always go to this and it never stirs me wrong. I could wear this more than 8 hours and my makeup could still look really good. So this is definitely one of my favorites. If you guys don't have these, pick them up. Another foundation of mine that I love has to be the Dream Urban Cover from Maybelline. Now I have the shade 215 Almond and 220 Natural Beige. Now I tend to mix these ones up as well. You don't have to, but like I said, I get a little bit darker in the summer and I'm a little bit lighter like in the winter time, so I always like to just mix these up and kind of get like my shade. But this foundation, guys, is a beautiful full coverage foundation. I feel like it's full coverage for me at least. I love that it's very buildable. I love that it has like a shine to it. Like I want to call it like a very luminous shine to your skin. It does make your skin just look like skin. It doesn't look like you have foundation on. I love it for like my everyday, and I like it for like my natural glam. Definitely a really good foundation. I was very skeptical with it in the beginning because of the fact that like it was very sheer, because like I said, I live in where the heat is and it's real out here, okay guys, like it is hot. So I was kind of like, I don't know if it's gonna wear well or if it's gonna like stand, you know, this type of heat, but it does. And I can honestly say like this foundation is really good. Pick these ones up. If you can't, you know, if you can't pick up both, pick up at least one of these shades if you're close to my shade range, but these are bomb. So definitely pick these up. Why am I doing this? I don't know why I'm doing this. one of my favorites right now, and it's the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation in the shade Soft Honey. I love this foundation. I just recently started using it this year. I had it and I just never used it, and I don't know why. I love how matte it is. I love how matte, it gives me like an airbrush flawless skin. It's just so similar very to this L'Oreal Infallible. I feel like they're very similar as far as how they wear, how matte they are, and how like your makeup just looks like so airbrushed. I just love it. This one does not fall on me. Like I could wear this all day and I could still feel like I just put it on. And you know how some foundations kind of feel like it gets kind of grayish, I feel sometimes, if you wear it over 8 hours and it just looks like you've been wearing it all day and you get like these little cracks in your skin. This foundation doesn't do that, and this foundation doesn't do that. And I have to say this one is amazing. So if you're not using this one and you're looking for a really good matte one, this one and this one are both really good. Another thing I wanted to say really quickly before I move on from those foundations is sometimes I do mix this and this together, because like I said, this one has a very luminous type of foundation feel, and this one here is very matte. So if you mix these two together, you're going to get a full coverage matte luminous type of foundation. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm wearing some high-end makeup and I'm not. So if you guys mix these, thank me later. Okay, these are bomb. Another foundation that I recently been loving is the DEWY Wet n Wild foundation. I love this foundation, guys. I had to go and pick up like my actual shade because the other one that I did a review on this foundation, I'll link it below. But this foundation, guys, is amazing. I love how dewy it is. I don't really feel like it's so dewy like a lot of other reviews that I've watched. Maybe it's just because I live out here in the heat and my makeup just absorbs all the oils. I have no idea, but I just feel like it gives me such a sheer, like very luminous feel, but it doesn't feel so heavy. And I just love how my makeup looks with it. I haven't worn this more than 8 hours to see how it lasts more than 8 hours, but for the couple of hours that I have worn it, it just looks so good. I actually gave the other one to my sister and she really likes it. It's just really good for if your skin is going through like really dry skin right now. Like if you're going through it like I'm going through it and your skin is dry, pick this up because this has changed my skin. And right now I think I do lean more towards like the dewy type of foundations just because of the heat out here. I would definitely pick this one up. Very good foundation. Another foundation that I just recently have been using for like the past 2 weeks, I did use this on my birthday, and it is the Hard Candy Glamouflage in the shade Warm Honey. You guys, this is a real full coverage like foundation. It is, and I don't know why, but I just love like the applicator to it. It's just a really good applicator. I know a lot of people don't like this type of applicator, but I do. I don't mind it. I like this, and I also like the pump. But this is just amazing. I wore it that day for at least over 8 hours, and oh my god, and it looked so freaking good. I have been using it like even when I'm just trying to do like a quick makeup, like when I had to go to work, I just like apply it really quickly around my skin and it lasts. It looks so good. It's so full coverage. Like this thing is only like maybe $5 at the drugstore. I don't really remember like how much exactly it is, but you guys, give this one a try. It is a really good foundation. Bomb. Full coverage, everything you need. Oil-free. I tend to like oil-free foundations sometimes just because when I use products that do have oil in it, I do tend to break out. So that's why I like this product so much, because it doesn't have any oil in it and it's just bomb and it's full coverage and it's everything, and you need this. That is all that I have for you guys today, guys. These are like my top ride or die drugstore foundations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about the foundations that I mentioned, please leave me a comment below. I will be listing all of the foundations in the description box below so you guys can take a look if you guys are like the same shade range as me. But yeah, I am going to be doing probably my favorite bronzers from the drugstore, and probably like my favorite nude lipsticks from the drugstore pretty soon, so I'll be doing that as well, because I know a lot of you guys ask me what are my favorite like drugstore makeups, so I will be doing that for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you babes on the next video. Mwah. Bye guys.